Say that again. So it's stream. Podcast, sorry. We're live now.
My lawyer has advised me to not continue the joke, so anyways,
You said something before that though.
ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from.
Episode 100.
Yes, sir.
Made it. We made it. This is a big number. Big day for us.
It's totally what the title says, right, Cole?
Well, yeah. It's
Mm.
episode 100.
Got it, got it.
I'm currently eating burger. And he's eating potato chips. He already had burger.
I had 2 burgers and they were scrumptious, I must say.
We
What?
have a new setup, buddy.
Okay, and? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, guys, new setup, by the way.
Forgot about
And you
that.
guys don't really notice it really well, but basically, before we were just crammed into this corner here where I am. Or no, more crammed on his side.
You were more
actually.
crammed here because your desk was over here.
Yeah, my desk was over
Which is
where
now
I'm
shifted over there,
My
which you
desk is
can't
literally
see.
where I was sitting now. So, but my desk is now behind the camera, which is very nice. We got
We have infinitely
lighting,
more
we
room.
got lighting
so.
up there. Eventually, we'll get a new mic, but essentially, it's a mic here, and eventually one day he's gonna have his own mic over there. But we are sharing a mic for now, and then hopefully further down the road we can get a nicer camera, and hopefully a little bit nicer lighting, and then it'll be solid and golden. But yeah, we haven't done this for a bit.
It's been a few weeks, and we still have, well, 2 episodes are out. We're still waiting on the 3rd.
Yeah, still waiting. We're still waiting.
What's funny is, so this podcast is supposed to be on both Spotify and YouTube. The first 2 episodes are on YouTube. Spotify only has 1. So, Mr. Cole, please. Anyways, but yeah. So it's been a hot minute. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm sure we both have some interesting lore to catch up on. So
Maybe. I don't know. Well, like, what even happened these last couple of weeks? I'm trying to think.
well, I don't know. Me, it's just been mainly work. Work. Lot of wheels to clean and refinish at work. And literally everyone in the shop is always mad because everyone is equally stressed out. Well, it's like 3 people are mostly stressed out, and then that stress exponentially increases to every single person in the building. Everyone's yelling, everyone's mad. Suddenly, some people are relieved because they're caught up. Next thing you know, there's a van that pulls up with 50 more wheels, and we're like, dude, come on. Not now,
You
please.
just like, so is this place just like a wheel?
It's a wheel repair shop.
What?
Well, I mean,
Does it work at all?
sorry,
That's all you do?
pretty much.
I could do that.
Okay, do it right now.
Could you give me a job in there?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
You mean dead serious?
I have. There's no. Anyways, next question. You have one. So
Okay,
actually,
wait, no.
You
Back up.
cut me off. Let me finish. So
I didn't, but okay.
basically, yeah.
You're wrong, but okay.
Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to gaslight you. Okay, you have to take the bait.
You're wrong.
So yeah. Well, it's a wheel repair shop, but we can also like swap out tires if you want. Like we can order you new tires and stuff
Sorry,
like
one
that.
second. I'm just changing my record.
So
Yeah.
what do you? About to play some tunes for the night?
No, sorry. I'm just changing the record, right? So you continue.
Well, that's kind of it for that portion. I do have a couple of work stories, but I don't know. We can save
Well,
that for.
you have work stories?
Minutes. Okay, whatever. Might as well just tell them now.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, actually, we can save the work stories for a few minutes.
Where's the craft dinner guy at?
Craft? Oh man, I was hoping we'd be past that.
Dude, we're never past that because that's so funny.
Is that just kind of like the cornerstone of this podcast? We'll always secretly be like bringing up the craft dinner guy. He's always like lingering in the background, even though he has no idea this is happening.
I hope not. What if like when we were famous, like when this gets more popular and stuff, what if he finds out about it?
He'll probably call me at like 2 a.m. and he'll either laugh hysterically or he'll
Cry.
cry. Yeah.
As one would.
No, I don't know. Craft dinner guy is just kind of chilling right now. He's doing his job. Ain't nothing too special. So he hasn't had Katie since the incident, since the fourth
Like
incident.
at all.
No, because he's well,
Not
it's
even
like
maybe at home. No. No, he
well,
probably has a bad history with it.
well, I mean, I have seen his house and it's not burnt down yet, so I can only assume he hasn't touched Katie at all. So, anyways,
How well do you know him? You've been to his house before?
well, I've been to his house, not inside. Like I've given him rides to work before, like when he
Right.
needs to start early or whatever. Um,
Would you give me? Oh, wow. Would you give me his address?
I kind of hope the mic
I
caught
know,
that,
me
like
too. Actually, that was a good bird.
just for kind of comedic
No,
purposes.
did you? Would you give me his address right now, please?
Um, I'm afraid of what your intentions are, so I'm going to leave his address anonymous.
Purely platonic.
Right, platonic.
Completely platonic.
I don't know if that's the right word to use in this context. I could be wrong, but anyways. Okay, I am not sure if Mike will catch this.
No, it won't.
It didn't do it the first time we did this, so probably not.
No, it doesn't. Never will. So stop trying to do it.
Anyways.
Yeah. Um, you did nothing besides work.
Well,
Do you not have other friends or anything?
sorry, what?
You don't have friends.
No, I don't.
This is probably the highlight of your week, right? Would you say?
Podcast? Yeah. Um,
Like straight up?
what
Like,
else?
do you look forward to coming over and doing this?
Oh, 100% I do.
Yeah.
Because it's not only Friday nights and the weekends here, but it's also like, hold on, we get to like goof around for an hour and a half and tell random stories. I don't know. I always hate missing weekends if we're busy because it's like, okay, I can have more story for the next time, but I don't feel like waiting a week.
Yeah, well,
That's always nice. Yeah. Well, hold on. There were two work stories. I know one off the top of my head, but the second one I was trying to think about more.
I have work story.
Okay, go for it.
So the other day, for context, I work at Starbucks. Most of you know that probably, but I work at Starbucks. So it's like lunchtime, and every time at lunchtime, you always get that school rush from the schools nearby who come and get their iced chai tea latte with vanilla sweet cream cold foam and extra caramel drizzle, just completely just a sugar bomb.
I cannot relate to this, and I feel kind of blessed. But
It's just a sugar bomb. It's just a sugar bomb. It's like getting a Slurpee every day at lunch kind of thing
Mhm.
with whipped cream on top
Okay, now
and
lost me.
and sauce like mocha sauce on top or something like.
I
It's
had
crazy.
sorry, I had a Slurpee recently, and it was like I was 12 again because I hadn't had one for at least a year.
They're kind of
Well, if you get the good flavors, they're good. Which is only like there's only like three good
the
flavors.
issue is you
so.
have to drink it right away because if you don't, it just turns into just disgusting water.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the point with any drink is that if it's not sealed, you should drink it right away. Otherwise, it's just like as soon as you open like a bottle of pop or a can of pop or whatever, you've got to drink it right away because if you leave it in the fridge, it's just gonna get flat.
Well, not, but like what I mean is like you can't carry it around for like I can leave this kind of out for the rest of the night and it'd be fine to have it throughout the night. Slurpees within an hour, maybe less, probably melted, depending on how hot it is.
Well, okay, that's a liquid. Slurpees are slush liquid,
That's what I'm saying.
but they still taste good
I guess so.
if you get the right flavors.
I guess that's right.
Sorry, work story you were saying.
Yeah. So anyways, we're getting that rush right, and what happens is we essentially this kid who comes in. It's a group of boys. And there's one of the boys we're gonna call him Chris. That's not his name, but Chris, he comes in all the time, but he never comes in with a group. He always comes in by himself. And me and Chris, I like talk to him every now and then when he's there, and I ask him, oh, like, what do you
So you guys are
do?
like best friends, right? You guys are gonna be like roommates next week, of course.
He's in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 2 years out of high school, so um,
Man, you're old. Anyways, continue.
you're also okay. Anyways, You're such a weirdo. Anyways, it's this kid, right? He comes in with his group of buddies, and he essentially, it's pretty funny because the day before that he also came in, and he got exposed because we knew his name. We knew that his name, it wasn't actually Chris, but we knew his name was Chris. Um, sorry, we knew his name. We're gonna call him Chris in the story.
Mhm.
Now it was funny because we were like,
Once upon a time.
yeah, because we were like, oh, like, hey Chris, welcome. Like, how you doing? And all of his friends who had never really been there with him were like, they know you? And he's like, and then he's just he's kind of like quiet, and we're like, oh yeah,
Oh.
we're like, yeah, he's here all the time. And I realized that we totally just like exposed him
You
in front of
totally embarrassed him in front of his friends.
like, all of his friends.
Oh
But
no.
anyways, the next day they're there, same group, I think.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Chris that did this, but one of the other boys, they ordered a brownie. Now the brownies come in the pastry bags, and if you've seen like the bags that come in, there's like little like just like bags to hold them. So, anyways, we give them their little bag with the brownie inside, and he pretty much what he did with the bag is he like put it like on the edge of the counter, like he laid the bag on the edge of the counter
Mm.
with the opening facing the part of the counter, the edge of the counter that would if you just place something there,
It would fall
would
to the
fall, it
ground.
would fall
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
ground. So, anyways, he places it there, and then he goes to take the brownie out,
Yep.
and it just falls on the floor because I guess he dropped it by accident or something. It drops on the floor, and you know what he does? He doesn't just like It's not chill about it. It's like busy. Me and other people are already like we're just doing our own thing. He just screams as loud as he can, like a little girl.
What?
Like the craziest thing ever. And then all of his guys start laughing. And Chris like had to leave because he was like, I'm gonna laugh too hard. Like I need to get out of here. So Chris was outside laughing his butt off, and this kid just embarrassed himself by first of all dropping his brownie, and second of all screaming as loud as he possibly can. And then we're all just like doing our thing, and we hear this, and we all of us all the partners on the floor, all the coworkers, just started like laughing so hard because we were like, "What the frick just happened?" We look over at this kid with the freaking brownie on the floor, and it's like the smallest kid, it's like the smallest white boy who just wanted to eat a freaking brownie, screaming because it dropped on the floor, and it's so funny. Oh man,
The question is, was he trying to be funny or like
I don't
or
know.
get a lot of attention because he
It
was
was maybe both. It was really freaking
No,
funny.
but do you understand? I could never scream in public because
No,
I don't want to have like 20 people all staring at me, and especially if it's over a brownie. That's highly embarrassing. Like I don't know. If I drop something, if I make a mess, I might be like, bro, that's stupid, right? And then I'll just ask for like another brownie. But to scream over that first of all is highly excessive, but
yeah.
also just I don't know, maybe control yourself in public because I can't stand the thought of now there's 20 people looking at me and I'm like,
Dude, I just realized the bus. Sorry, bus. Oh no.
hey guys, you want to be in our podcast?
I'm recording live.
Anyways,
So you're forgetting. It's like we're on tour. They're on tour, seeing us.
so we're basically famous because like 100 people just saw us, right? Or more like 40. Oh,
What's gonna happen next Friday at this time? They're gonna be standing outside my house, binoculars, looking in on me. No, I'm just kidding. No. Um, I hope they don't look on me when I'm changing. They probably won't.
I was chewing so loud I didn't hear that, and I was glad I didn't, and I did hear that. So
Anyways, yeah, it was so funny, and like it wasn't even like I think I don't know whether the kid meant it to be funny or not. It was pretty funny. It wasn't actually that embarrassing. I feel like for him, it was just really funny. Um,
okay, so I have two stories. One is work, one is not. So what's it called?
yeah. Okay.
End of story. Got it. Okay, so the first story is at 7-Eleven, which is actually not too far from here.
Before
Sorry?
today?
No, like a month ago.
Oh,
Or yeah, like three to 4 weeks ago, basically a month ago. I got off work and went home, showered, and then I was gonna go to my sister's house for dinner. And in that process, I said, okay, I'm gonna buy a pack of gum to just like have in my car just whenever I want to because I ran out. And I get to the 7-Eleven and I'm looking at these prices, like $7 for a thing of like 60 pieces. I don't
That's a lot of money.
I don't know what it's called. Like the flavors like Polar Ice. I don't know what the brand is, but anyways, I'm like $7 for 60 pieces. That's not worth it. I'll take it.
A
So I
lot
take
of
it.
money for a thing of gum.
It is, and that's yeah. Everything is insanely expensive right now.
Well, 7-Eleven. I mean, that's your first mistake. Could
Okay, where would you
went to
go?
Dollar Tree.
But that's like over there. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay, but I don't know.
Anyways, so
$7.
$7 is not the
Could've
point
been
of the story,
saved.
though.
Could have saved $7.
That's it's called a subplot,
You
Cole.
could have saved $7.
I need you to focus your
just-
attention.
No, but it's just embarrassing that you spent $7 on 60 pieces of gum.
I think it's more embarrassing to scream over a brownie, in my opinion.
No, I think this is actively more embarrassing because I'm not laughing at this.
But anyways, the point is that yeah, I get in line to pay for some overpriced gum, and there's like 3 people ahead of me.
$7. Yeah.
There's 3 people ahead of me. All of a sudden, there's this guy that comes into the store, and he has a pink shirt on. Says, "I love hot moms," and so I'm kind of like laughing internally, and I'm like, not joking.
That is really funny.
I
Wait,
saw that. I
hold
read
on.
that on the shirt, and I was like, is this real? And it is.
He surely was doing like a dare or something, right?
I don't know.
Wow.
Unless he just unironically bought that shirt because he thought it was cool. And so what happens is, well, sorry. What happens is, so I see his shirt, and I'm just kind of like giggling inside. He goes over down the end of the shelf.
Lose it.
He grabs a bag of chips and then like a thing of Monster, or maybe like a can of Pepsi or whatever. He's in the store for no less than 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden I hear, "Wait, sir, come back." And I see him like running out of the store completely. Like he's here.
No.
He goes to like the down shelf over there, and he just books it. And then and there's only like
he found a hot mom.
Yeah,
probably probably saw a hot mom across the
he
park.
ran out of the store and just bolted it down the parking lot. And then like there's 3 of us plus like the 2 female staff. We're all just looking like, what do we do? Like no one's in the mood to chase him. And then I think like a few minutes later, one of them maybe either called the cops or maybe just like reported it to like the.
Hey, so sorry. Hey, so they called 911. Hey, a guy just popped in our store. He he was wearing a shirt that said "I love hot moms" and it was pink. And he's
If you're gonna rob a store, don't make it that easy to trace you.
That's a crazy thing to wear. Did he look like he'd be someone who would like steal? I mean, he was wearing a "I love hot mom" shirt. I mean,
it's like initially you're thinking this guy just wants attention, and then he committed a petty crime, which in normal circumstances you wouldn't want to attract attention to yourself. Anyway, I couldn't wrap my mind around it. It was such a hilarious
that shirt
situation.
is so funny.
I told it to my coworkers. They had a really good laugh. Okay, so here's the second story, right? This one was a lot more in-depth details. You ready for this?
Oh boy.
So
we have the podcast.
Couple weeks ago, it was 4:00. I punched out at work. All of a sudden, I come back downstairs and my foreman's like, "Yo, did you punch out?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Punch back in." I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "There's a lot of wheels that have to be washed. Please, we only have one guy here. We need you." This guy's on his way to go home, by the way. So I'm like, "Hold on, you're going home and you want me to punch back in?" I thought to myself, you know what? An hour of overtime on it. So I punch back in, and I'm glad that I worked that hour of overtime, because if I hadn't, I wouldn't have witnessed firsthand this incredibly strange yet funny story. So what happened is, my coworker and I are washing wheels and whatever. All of a sudden, he's outside, and I'm waiting for him to leave with that wheel so I can take it outside. And he's taking forever outside.
Right.
And I just don't understand what's happening. So I kind of just like peek over outside to see what's happening, and he's talking to this guy with I'm assuming his girlfriend or his wife, maybe. So 3 of them outside, and I don't think anything of it. I think, okay, whatever. These 2, like this couple, they're just like customers or whatever. Maybe they're trying to ask if they can get their wheels fixed or whatever. I don't think anything of it. I go back inside. 30 seconds later, I turn my head, and my coworker's like, "Okay, follow me, sir." Now, my coworker had the wheel he washed. He's supposed to take that down to the paint area to dry it.
Sure.
the customer outside's the one carrying the wheel.
Why wouldn't
There's like myself and like 5 other of my coworkers were looking at each other in utter confusion, dude. Like none of this makes any sense. And my coworker's like, okay, follow me, sir. So this random customer's just carrying the wheel to the paint area, and his wife is following him. Myself and everyone else were looking at each other like, huh? Is this real?
So what the
Is this really happening? And so 5 minutes later, he comes back and he says, yo, John, the reason why I gave that dude a wheel is because he came up to me and he asked me for a job, so I gave him a wheel. I'm like, hold on, run that by me again. He said, yeah. He came up to me and he said, like, he was like going around different shops, like looking for jobs, like he's unemployed. So I just decided to give him some work. And I'm like, hold on.
You can't do that.
He's asking you for a job. You know dang well you're not the hiring manager. So instead of sending him to the office, what I would have done, you just gave him work that he won't get paid for. And my boss watches this happen. And he's like, yo, do we have to pay him now? Like, what's up? And so eventually he gets sent to the office and he has a chat with my boss. And we're all just like, everyone in the shop is giving this guy a hard time. Like we're
Which
all
guy?
laughing.
The guy who gave the wheel?
The guy that hired this guy, or the guy that just gave him
Right.
work.
That's so weird.
None of this makes any sense. We're like, hold on. He asked you for a job, and instead of sending him to the office the way it should be done, you just gave him work that he's not going to get paid for. So anyways, so we're all just kind of like, you know, kind of laughing at him, like giving him a hard time or whatever. Keep in mind, half of our employees are all gone because they like punched out earlier. So the next morning, everyone in the shop knows.
Oh,
word gets around very easily.
Bloody.
Everyone finds out. At like 11 or like 12 o'clock the following day, my boss comes up to me and she's like, so you know that guy yesterday that your coworker like hired or whatever? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, I gave him a job. He's starting on Monday. Dude, I'm like, wait, actually, I'm like, that is actually it is actually a W for this guy. And the best part is there's only one person who's allowed to train this new guy, and it's my coworker that gave him a wheel. So all that responsibility falls on him.
He's laughing at you all.
Dude, like,
you're probably all like, now you're all probably like, probably shouldn't have laughed at it. Like,
oh no, we laughed at him harder. Because
that's kind of mad respect though. Like, first of all, mad respect on boss.
He accidentally hired a guy.
And the mad respect on the guy, well, mad respect on the coworker who even was like, just handed him a wheel and was like, here. Wow. So you're telling me I can't work there?
What?
You're telling me I couldn't walk?
I didn't say you can. I just said you won't.
Why?
Because I like to bully you.
Oh. I am looking for a new job. I don't want to work at Starbucks anymore.
You want to work at Starbucks?
I want to work at Starbucks.
Okay.
I was just thinking about this the other day. I was like, wait,
the real question is, what kind of work are you looking for?
Dude, I'm looking for anything, but I kind of want to broaden it. I want to like do something different.
Okay, so you
like maybe cleaning wheels? I don't know.
Okay, but the shop is very old school mentality, so you just kind of gotta get used to the environment, unless you know what I'm saying.
I work with a bunch of white women. You know how chaotic that is?
More or less, I kind of feel like there's a lot more gossip than just like yelling at you, swearing at you, trying to make you cry, rushing across the shop. I don't know. I don't know what a Starbucks environment is, nor do I really want to find out. So if you're willing to, if you're willing to change this
absolutely
environment for old school, I mean, hey, good on you. Because
do you think they would hire me?
You would have to ask.
But if you gave me like
literally like show up. Well, if you just randomly showed up one day and applied, and then my boss comes up to me and then she says that
it would look good for them as well.
Well, yeah, I would unironically put in, or not, I shouldn't even say that. I would actually put in a good word for you if you're interested, because we are kind of short-staffed.
Dude, I'll literally apply. How do I apply?
Go to my shop.
Do you work on Monday?
Well, it's Monday to Friday. We don't work weekends. So.
Okay, do you work on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come with you on Monday then. I'll just work with you.
That's not how that works.
Well, that's how that worked with this guy, did it not?
Well, that was
okay. This is getting to
occurrence.
That is crazy. It's
getting highly distracted right now, which is the best part of this whole podcast.
Well, we don't have a script, right?
No.
I'm trying to think about things that I did the last couple of weeks. What did I even do? Like, why did I not meet with you?
Last week? Oh, right, last week. Another story.
Wow.
So, the reason I didn't was because I was running on probably 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night, and I just failed to mention this to you earlier. What happened is my friend and I were picking up one of his friends at the airport at like midnight.
Right.
So doing a podcast here would just interfere with like us having to just stop me going to get him. So instead I went to his house and then I grabbed him. We went to the airport. His flight landed at like 11:50. So we got to the airport at midnight and we said, okay, we're gonna go into the parkade. We'll park there for 30 minutes, and then by that time his friend will have his suitcase and he'll be ready to go. Well, half an hour goes by, my time's up. I have to leave the parkade one way or another. His friend calls us and he says, I'm still waiting to get my luggage. And we're like, really? It's taking you that long? He's like, yeah, like, or no, his flight was delayed, so he didn't get there until like 12:20 or whatever, and then he had to wait like another half hour to get his luggage. It's now and then I found a gas station to park in because I was like, I don't want to pay for more parking. So we just parked there, we're chilling for like another half hour. It's 1 in the morning, and his friend calls us again, and after waiting like almost an hour for his luggage, the staff there told him that they lost his luggage.
Really?
So he's standing there going, hold on, I've been waiting for an hour for my luggage, which I should have gotten 45 minutes
Right.
ago, and you lost it. And they're like, yeah, but don't worry,
How does that even
we'll get it to
happen?
you back by like Monday.
How does that happen?
Cole, there were either too many people on the plane and there's just so many suitcases, or the airport just sucks.
But don't they use, isn't it like they have like very, very specifically like, oh, that's so dumb. Like, wouldn't they put like different like stickers or something on the carts that have their suitcases that would be like, this is for this flight?
Well,
You
no,
would think.
it's not that his suitcase was never on the plane. It was on the plane. It got to the airport, but on whatever conveyor belt all the suitcases were
Oh, it
going
got
on,
like,
it was either never thrown on the conveyor belt to begin with,
or it just like
or
went
just
off,
fell off
just
somewhere.
went off track.
Like, or it got on another conveyor belt and they couldn't find it. Yeah,
Do you know where it is?
well, he hasn't now. He got it like 2 days later. Yeah,
Do you know where? Do you know
because
where?
they literally just mailed it to his house.
Do you know where it went?
No, he didn't tell me that. I just know it got
They like
lost.
mail. How would you do that?
They would probably throw it in a box, send it to his address, or they would just call him and say, "Hey, we found your luggage. What's your address?" And they got all the info. I don't know. I've never lost my
They
luggage
probably
ever
helicopter. They
flying.
probably, well, because it's an airport. They probably helicopter it in.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Can you
If
imagine?
just like a helicopter shows up here at like 8 or 9 in the morning, the freaking crate
Yeah,
falls
it's
in
just
your
like
backyard. All right, have a good day, sir, and they just leave.
that's what I imagine the world. That'll be Amazon in a couple of years. Just
Couple years. That'll be Amazon like next month.
yeah, that's true.
Amazon is insane. I ordered like 5 years ago. I ordered a Wii U because my Wii broke.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, because my Wii broke. I ordered a Wii U. It was supposed to come in a week. It came a day early. Like
Yeah.
that's just how extremely
It's
good
kind of
Amazon
crazy
is.
how good Amazon is.
They're cracked.
I've
I don't know how
you
they do
can
it.
like you can if I need something, I'll go on. Sometimes I'll go on. Like if tonight I'm like, oh, I kind of should get this thing, I'll go on. It'd be like, yeah, we can get it to you tomorrow morning. Like literally like under 24 hours.
Does
Like
Amazon
this rug,
do?
I got it in like under 24 hours.
Oh yeah. Does Amazon do? Well, I guess is that considered same day shipping if it's like under 24 hours or not?
Essentially,
Well, I mean, like unless you get it the following morning because it would go overnight. But could you get like shipping in like under 12 hours or whatever, or in
well, I
12
did.
hours?
Like for some things, you sure can. Maybe not like like if you order it because they send trucks out every morning with the stuff.
Right.
So I mean, that makes sense that if you do it the night before, that maybe you would get it the next day.
That's true. Yeah.
But like if you're doing it, like if I were to do it like at 9 a.m., I probably would get it the day of. I'd probably have to get
Well, you might get it by sunset or the following morning, which whatever. That's just one day, really. But don't you have to pay like crazy amount of money to get it in like less than a day or whatever?
No, you should have. Well, my dad's Prime. If you get Amazon Prime, you're chilling.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just like a subscription.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, like, kind of going off track here, but yeah, I think I've just kind of like spilled all of the recent stories, and now I'm just kind of like left empty because I have nothing new to say. Because like the last few weeks have just been work, 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 constant stress. I've literally pulled like nearly 10-hour shifts for like oh, that was another one, right? I pulled 9-hour shifts for an entire week, or for an entire pay period, which is 2 weeks, obviously. And I got about 8 hours of overtime, and my boss freaked out.
Right.
She was like, "Why are you working all this overtime?" And my foreman said, "Have you seen what's in the shop? We kind of need him to work some more time, get some more wheels done." Um, they just don't like their staff working too much overtime because then that means they got to pay more money. And I'm like, hold on,
Yeah.
this is kind of a part of the agreement. When there's a lot of work, there's a lot of hours put in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not saying that has to happen, but it helps. Like tomorrow, I know like 4 of my coworkers are going to work to do 4 or 5 hours of just sanding.
Right.
There's like 30 wheels in their area. They gotta get all that done, which means Monday morning I have like 30 wheels to wash.
Right.
As soon as I get there, I gotta set
Also, I
everything
come
up
with
and
you.
just so true.
Then you have help.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that to work with you and wash wheel. Oh, sorry, I'm just dreaming about it now.
You're gonna be antagonizing me all day, and I
swear I
will
won't. I swear
eventually.
I won't.
I will
I
eventually.
actually would. You would say that, but
Oh.
ask anyone I work with. I don't like. If you ask one of my buddies that I work with at Starbucks, I don't antagonize them.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of work, absolutely.
Oh yeah, but okay. Outside of work is kind of fair game.
Yeah. In work, when you're working, no. When you're working,
Well, the thing is, everyone antagonizes everyone at my shop during work hours. Like we're
probably
constantly.
that'd be kind of fun actually.
So
I like that. One thing is that I've been doing. I'm trying to think about things that I've been doing, but the big thing is I've been getting back into streaming.
yeah.
Like I just hit live, I hit go live and play a game.
How to get free Robux live with Cole?
I get free Robux live with Cole.
Let's go.
But one of the things I've done is I've started a new Minecraft. You saw that actually. I was playing on it earlier. But are you familiar with what an SMP is?
I've heard of it. I don't
Did you ever
remember
hear of
what it
like
is.
the Dream SMP? It's like a
Well,
server that Dream was on. And there's a bunch of other streamers like
I know Dream, but not SMP.
yeah, he had this server basically with a bunch of other like big streamers like Tommy Innit. I don't know if you've heard of Tommy Innit. Do you know Tommy Innit?
Yeah.
Like Tommy Innit, like Technoblade. You know Technoblade? There's another guy named Telbo that you probably haven't really heard of.
George Not Found.
George Not Found was on there as well.
I know some
So
Minecraft
some of
YouTubers.
those characters, some of those guys that were on it, it was a thing that happened during COVID, and I started a similar kind of server during COVID as well. Because I mean, Lord knows we weren't doing anything, right? Like it was just we were just doing whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something with my time here. Um, and so I started a server with just a bunch of people, and then it kind of ended after things started back up. Then recently, me and one of my buddies that I met online just years ago, we just started because he was getting back into streaming as well. We started streaming stuff together just very briefly, and then we were like talked about, oh, it'd be kind of funny if we started like a Minecraft SMP together. It'd be really funny. Literally a week later, we had one up and running with like we have like 40 people in it. Like it's
40? Let's go.
yeah. Um, however, there's not, mind you, not all 40 people that are actually in like the Discord server are like active, but that's still
So just like random strangers came in.
people that we just knew, people that we like. I invited people from the old SMP that I did and years ago, like. So that's been good.
Homeless Joe across the street just joined the Minecraft
Homeless
server.
Joe across the street, but it's a lot of work to like run something like that. Because it's like there's a lot of different like aspects of like we're also running mods too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but running a Minecraft server that actually costs money.
It costs a
right?
bit of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, paying about like under $20 a month.
Oh, that's
It's not horrible.
I remember. Wait, didn't it used to be 30, or am I tweaking?
Depends what server host you use. It's different for different people.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, so that's been kind of baking besides like raising funds for Rwanda. Um, that and work has kind of been what's been taking up my life. But the SMP is really It's tough because like me and only me and one other person is running it, but the other person who's running it doesn't really know a ton about like how to like run servers. It's kind of just me doing it. So like whenever there's something that happens on the server that needs to be fixed, I'm always the guy that people will go to. Or if people have complaints or don't like something, they'll come to me. And yeah, it's kind of crazy sometimes. But overall, though, it's enjoyable. Like it's pretty fun. It doesn't like it's tiring, but it's not tiring at the same time. Does that make sense? Like I feel like it's a good hobby.
Like it's tiring, but you enjoy it
Yeah,
um,
it's a good
enough
tiring.
that it doesn't that you don't get burnt out from it.
Yeah, but there are moments where I have to say, okay, I'm gonna take a break from this and I go do something else. Like I have to be very mindful about, okay, I should, because if I commit so much to it, if I just pour a ton of energy into it, I'm gonna get really burnt out. And it's also just not healthy to be that invested in something that's not.
Well, that's how I feel about video games in general
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like now that yeah, I'm out of high school, have a
yeah,
job, I
yeah,
have a car, I have uh like freedom is quite easily accessible for me in most cases. And so I I enjoy being on the road. I enjoy driving places with my
yeah,
friends.
yeah,
I enjoy doing all that. And it got so like doing that, exploring the outside world with my own car and doing stuff with my friends, that got so addicting to the point that I completely forgot that I was like a video gamer in my teenage
yeah,
years.
yeah.
Like I literally forgot that I used to play like Mario Kart, that I used to play on the Xbox, Wii U, Switch, whatever. Like I completely forgot. Like I would play PC games. Like I literally forgot that portion of my childhood. And then one of my friends, he's really into video games and like
Sure.
consoles and computers, whatever. And like anytime we hang out, we just automatically click because we played video games all our childhood, all our teenage years. And it's like, wait, I literally forgot this portion of my past. I completely forgot that I used to be invested in video games.
Right. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then and then I go back into it and I just like a bunch of old video games I play, I just know off the top of my head. I know every little
yeah,
detail.
yeah,
It all comes back. Like I just click with it and I'm like, wait, feels like I was just doing this yesterday,
yeah, yeah.
but I'm so addicted to being out on the open road, I just completely forget about my past. I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Like
Maybe I
not.
just took the freedom and I ran with it too quickly. And I don't I'm not dissing video games. It's
No.
just it's nice to sort of get out of my basement every now and
Yeah, it is
then and
nice.
just go
Yeah.
outside,
Touch grass a
touch
little bit.
grass, breathe air,
Yeah. No,
smell
I feel the same way.
smell fresh air, drink some water. Don't drink Mountain Dew every day. I mean, hey, it's Friday, I get to do it. So
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
Friday. It's Friday. No, I agree. I think, like I think if you so the way and this is why I'm looking for a more steady, maybe more like 9 hour, 10 hour job. Not all day actually, maybe 8 hour job. But
How many hours do you work a day now?
well, it depends on the day. It's very inconsistent, the scheduling.
Is it like 4 to 8 hours?
A week? How
No,
long?
no, per day. And I hope that that's not per week. That's
No, no,
nothing at
no.
all.
No. Some weeks I only get 8 hours.
Wait, you're not full time, are you? Oh,
No.
right, I forgot about that.
Part of that's
So
on me, part of that's also on like and this is where I think your job is less exhausting than customer service job. Yes, you're probably lifting things that are probably a little bit heavier, which I would have to work on a
there is
lot.
customer service implemented into our job, but only like 3 or 4 people take care of it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I don't really deal with customers. I love that. Picking up 80, like 70-pound wheels, walking
Do you think
across
I'll
the
be
shop.
okay? Do you think I'd be okay to carry?
Well, that depends how stable you are holding heavy
I would
objects.
probably be unstable a little bit, but I'd probably figure it out.
Well, okay, if you were genuinely to apply at my job, there's things you got to consider. So there's the mental aspect. Everyone is old school, right? There's the physical aspect, carrying a bunch of wheels. Um, and then there's the you got to be at work every day for 8 hours. And
That I can do.
but yeah, it's like,
I think that's less exhausting than working at a Starbucks. To be fair.
well, okay, what is customer service the most draining part of your job?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, that's
We work in high. We also it's also very overwhelming because we're just constantly we're
like
always super busy kind of thing.
like the reason I love my job more than I've never worked at Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I would much rather stay here than try to work where you work is because I have the mindset of as long as I'm disciplined, I can follow any rule that's thrown at me, and I can. I literally I follow
Right.
the rules that I'm told to do. I shift around the shop like on a dime just because
Right.
like naturally I move quickly like I'm hyperactive, but also if I'm asked to do something else, it's engaging because if I'm doing something for a long time, it might get monotonous, so I change it up. But I prefer the drill sergeant work environment than just like, you didn't put enough caramel syrup in my macchiato. Like, I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Please. Like, I mean, like, take the drink and go away. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I would much
That's
rather have
so
the
funny.
drill sergeant environment than because it's like if you just do what you're told, you're fine.
Yeah.
You'll get yelled at, you'll get sworn at, but if you can take a hit,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fine. I'm fine. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
won't
I
be there
mean,
forever. I will go to school, but
it might I'd probably get used to it pretty
I'm not
fast.
saying that like you're like a wuss or whatever, but it's just like it's a
You have to be a
shift.
man.
It's a shift in the environment. So you it's literally well, okay, they wouldn't be that bad at you on your first day, but
No.
it's more like
Also have one leg, so they have to be nice to me otherwise
otherwise, well,
I'd make them all feel real bad. So I'd
if you
say
go to if you go to HR, you'll realize very quickly that HR is the same guy that's making fun of you. So you're screwed one way or
yeah,
another.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. It honestly it sounds good. I've always wanted to do something like that, so it sounds fun.
Or I don't know if they're hiring, but what if you worked for Ted's cabinet company?
I thought about it. I don't know if they're hiring though.
You gotta ask.
Yeah.
You gotta come to church this Sunday and just be like, "Yo,
No,
Ted, can I work for your cabinet
no.
company?"
Well, I know Jared works there now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so trying to things that happened. I'm trying to think of a story actually, because your latte thing reminded me of something. No, oh, it's gone. Um, what else has been happening?
This is a very like, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but this feels like a very just not brainless, but like very just on the go episode. Like we
Yeah,
like,
this episode's a bit weird, hey?
well, it's okay. All the stories I have planned, all the stories I had planned for this episode, they're all pretty much said. Now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just kind of like, I mean, okay, to be fair, the first episode was complete improv, and we pulled that off pretty
We
well.
did pull it off pretty
But
well.
that's because it was a brand new topic. We had so
Yeah,
much to
yeah.
go over. So now, okay, we got to keep the viewers engaged. What do we do?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, do you want to expand our horizons and talk about something that's not directly involved in our lives? Or something just like out in the open? Might as well. We
I mean,
got
I
like,
don't know. I was just gonna explore some other things, but no, I think I'm curious. Oh, with the video game thing, I was gonna just talk about that.
oh yeah,
I was literally gonna talk about that. I think working like a job like this, you work a long day, you know, good day, whatever, come home, take a shower, have a bite to eat, and then hop on games with your buddies and play games for a bit. Like, I don't know, that sounds appealing to me. It's fun, it's cool. But it's also like I don't want to spend my weekends doing that. Like on weekends they're like, okay, we're not playing games this weekend. We're going out. We're going for like a little road trip out to Whistler. We're going
yeah,
to
but my shop's not open on the weekends.
I know that. That's what
So,
I'm saying. The weekends I wouldn't waste my time just playing video games all day.
oh okay,
Like
gotcha.
I'd want to be out and doing stuff and things like that.
That's
Right?
yeah, that's been
Even
my
and
mindset
sometimes
lately.
even on those weekdays too, like I'll go out and do stuff in the evenings too, and I'd rather do that on the weekdays. But sometimes
Mm,
it's just people are not available, and it's people are more available online. But
yeah,
um, yeah, I think like it's a good tip. I think like yeah,
Mizukis are quite something.
I had someone say a couple of years ago they were like, I don't understand why guys like video games. It's so gross, and I'm like. They're like, I never want to date a guy who plays video games. And I'm like, I'm curious to know where that comes from, and why do you care that much that that guys play video games? And two, good luck finding a single guy who doesn't play video games. Like, I don't think I've ever met a guy who
In
had.
this day and age,
No,
especially.
I can't think. I don't think I've met a single guy who hasn't played video games. I maybe know one guy, but he still plays video games every now and then. But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's funny.
I mean, like, I don't play video games all the
No,
time,
I'm not
but
obsessive over it, but
that's a part of my
it's fun.
past.
People enjoy it
So
sometimes.
it's
Like,
like, if you don't enjoy, like, if you don't want to date me because I used to play video games,
that part's crazy. Yeah,
you're
that's
kind of a red flag from the start. I
yeah,
don't really need you one way or another. Because if they're that picky over something you used to do, imagine them being picky over something you currently do,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
then it's just going to be chaotic from that point forward. That's not good either
Yeah,
way.
the standards are. It's hard to have high standards like that. I mean,
Well, that's why I'm so patient nowadays when it comes to finding a girl.
yeah,
It's like it's not that, like, for for me to date a girl nowadays, okay, sure, there might be a few boxes that she has to check before I
right,
consider it, but I'm also willing to discover your personality as I date
right.
you.
Do you think dating is like now? Do you think? Okay, what do you think dating is? Like, how would you even describe dating?
Considering I've only ever done it once, and it was in high school, that was just kind of like,
Sorry, you keep talking. I'm just gonna grab my
yeah, yeah.
phone.
So dating in high school, in my opinion, is just straight up puppy love. Which that's not a bad thing because you 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 have a crush on someone, you develop feelings, you guys go out together,
Right, right.
you learn what it means to be in a more sentimental relationship than just being platonic with your buddies.
Sure.
So you're closer to someone and you sort of learn what it means to be by someone's side more closely. But dating in high school, I've only ever done it once, and I never did it again because, first of all, there were really no girls in my grade that I cared about at that point.
Sure.
But also, I realized I run the risk of just breaking up with another girl because high school relationships, it's very rare that you'll marry your high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's rare that that happens because even if even if you graduate and you're still dating the same girl, you might go your separate ways, or you might date for like 2 or 3 weeks, call it quits. It's like high school relationships are so inconsistent. You'll either date for a long time, you'll date for a week or two, and especially because I had a smaller school, like word gets around really fast if
Right.
someone breaks up.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I didn't care after grade 9. I'll tell you that much. But today, um, I'm not really on the look for a girl.
So, what do you think dating is then?
Oh, sorry.
That's the original question.
No, sorry.
You already talked about how you're not looking for a girl.
Sorry. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so
Yeah.
dating in general, I think is um, detecting if that person can be your lifelong spouse.
Yeah.
I think dating should be with the end goal of getting married. Not everyone views it that way. Some people date and then they just like live together for the rest of their lives and they don't get legally married. But I think that to date someone is with the end goal of marrying them. Even if it doesn't come to that, if you guys break up, you tried. You you figured out who that person was. Turns out that person was not for you. But the end goal should be, okay, I'm going to get to know this person. And you have to really ask yourself, will I marry this person? Because if you cannot see yourself being lifelong committed to them, in my opinion, you're just kind of wasting your time.
Right.
So, did you really pull up the dating meaning,
I did pull up
dating
dating.
definition?
Now, okay, hold on. Oh, sorry.
What do you, Cole? What was that?
The kangaroo seducing you.
We're gonna have a talk later.
Uh, Now, okay, so, well, okay, this is what I think dating, and this, I would agree with this, actually. But Wikipedia, it says that dating is a stage of romantic relationships in which two individuals engage in an activity together That sounds really bad. But most often with the intention of evaluating each other's suitability as a partner in the future of an intimate relationship.
Which is what I was getting.
Yeah. But I think it's less than that, I think. Like when I go up to a girl and I ask them out on a date, I'm 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 looking to see if there is potential for a future or a more intimate and deeper relationship. Right? I'm not saying to a girl, "Hey, can you be my girlfriend?" when I ask them out on a date. I'm asking them to I'm asking, "Hey, can I get to know you? Can we go do some fun stuff together and just get to know
Yeah.
each other a little bit better?" Right? Like I'm not looking to and I think that's where I think people have gotten a little bit weird about dating is because they kind of get ahead of themselves and like, oh, this guy's trying to do something further, and it's like, no, 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 he's just trying to enter that first stage, right? He just wants to do this, and I don't know. I think even in terms of uh, uh, like I think I've mentioned this in the past, but I have like a sheet of paper in my Bible with things that I've listed as like just non-negotiable things, and then there's other things that I'm like, these are things that I would want to see in a future wife or
Yeah.
partner or whatever, or girl, whatever you want to call it. And actually, like willingly, I'll like pray for that person every morning when I remember, obviously, but I'll pray for that person when
Yeah.
just when I think about it, and because obviously I don't know who that's going to be, but there's someone who does. His name's my boy. It's my boy JC, Big Jesus Christ,
Hmm.
Holy Spirit.
He knows your beginning, your end. He knows what will come in your life,
My boy JC,
but your knowledge is limited, so you kind of got to play within your
Slow G,
knowledge field.
Lil J.
JC is the OG.
Could you imagine if when Jesus comes back, he makes like a rap song? He's like, yo, what's up, Jesus Christ on the track? He, like teams up with like Lecrae and like Andy Mineo and stuff.
Bro, it would have 15 billion views on YouTube in like the first like
Dude,
second, dude. Like, come on. There
be
probably wouldn't
holy,
be that many people on
holy
Earth.
bars would be the name.
Hmm.
Oh, righteous bars.
Yo.
Yo, righteous bars. That's kind of crazy, actually. Um, yeah, dude, this bus.
Hey guys,
Hey,
want to be on the podcast?
it's gonna be a guest. They probably hear us. There's people walking outside the bus.
Wait,
The bus stop, dude.
no, I know, but I don't think anyone got off. I think it was only like,
No, people got off.
you sure?
Hey.
No, never mind. You are completely right. Try not to draw attention to themselves.
Yeah, dude. What if they come up to them? That'd be kind of funny, actually. Did I tell you about the drop off yet?
No.
So me and some young adults at our church are planning to we haven't really done many young adults events, so we planned like 4 of them at Northside.
Wait, I kind of remember this. Carry on.
So what we're planning to do? And this is all gonna be recorded, by the way, so when it happens, you guys will be able to see it. We're going to get 2 people from the church to pick a location in probably like a 100-mile radius, I would assume. I don't know how far they can go as far as they want. I don't know, they're gonna be probably go crazy.
It's starting to come back.
Yeah. So they're gonna drop us off at this location. We're not gonna know. We're probably gonna be blindfolded.
Mhm.
We're not gonna have a phone with us. We're not gonna have maps. We're not gonna have anything. We don't have anything with us except maybe a little bit of money. And we have to find a way back home.
Okay, I remember it now. Wow, yeah. That sounds very safe.
It is.
That sounds.
What's unsafe about it? We're gonna be in public.
Oh, okay, got it.
Like it'd be like a random city.
I thought like I don't know
Well,
why, but I
They might drop us off in the middle of the woods. I don't
well
know.
like I was thinking
I would be
Mr. B
okay
style
with
where you get like dropped off in a desert or like the freaking Atlantic Ocean or
Where is
whatever.
there a
Like,
desert? Why would they drop? How would they even drop us off?
do not underestimate the minds of.
Well, I was thinking if they were to take it to the extreme, they would book us a flight, blindfold us the whole time,
Hmm.
and fly us out to like some other country or state or province or something.
Egypt.
That would be crazy. We should sick though.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of dope. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for it because like I've always wanted to do something like that. I mean, did you ever see Ryan Trahan's video where he like took a penny and he like tried to go across all of America? He did. In like 7 days, he got across America.
Yeah, so
Single
he
penny.
had a penny and he basically just like got more money after that already.
Well, he used the penny, he traded, and then he kind of
There's a lot of videos based off that though.
yeah, but he went to the extreme. Like he was like, I'm gonna go across all of America.
Yeah.
And he ended up like getting himself like he got enough money to get like a Windex and like a microfiber cloth.
Mm.
And he'd go to like different like businesses and be like, "Hey, can I wipe down your windows for like a couple bucks?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And then he would do that and he'd get like a couple bucks. And then he got enough money to do like he would like he would go and like get like cases of pop, hand them out for like $2 a piece. You get tons of money off that. Or he would like sometimes he would go and like just tell jokes and people would just give him money and then he would tell them a joke. Or he would do even like he ended up getting enough money to buy a bike. And with the bike he did like skip the dishes and like Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
So he figured it out quite well, like how to do it. And I was thoroughly impressed. Um
Yeah, you got to really think outside the box in
you
those
do.
cases. Like you got to.
But he committed to it. Like, yeah, he was very, very good. But he did it a few times. He did a couple different series. He did Across America, and then he did another one. He did another one where I think it was a longer one, where he did like a whole month or something like that. But yeah, pretty impressive. I've always wanted to do something like that. When I was younger, I'd heard about the penny thing, and I did it at Sun God. Oh, that's fine.
Whatever.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna
Keep going.
pull up Sun God. Well, Sun God. I was there and I had like I can't remember what I was doing, but I so they had a table out in the lobby at Sun God with like a bunch of books that was like you could just pick a book and it'd be by donation or whatever. Like you could just grab a book by donation, so you could put in like $5 and get a book, or put in like $1 and get a book. So I had a couple. I think I had like 10 cents. So I went up to a stranger. I was like, "Hey, can I buy something off you for 10 cents?" And they're like, "Oh, sure." And they gave me like a pen, and I sold the pen to someone for like $1. I got the dollar. I was like, maybe I just buy a book. So I bought a book for $1. And then you know what I did? I sold the book to someone else for $5. It was by donation, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, sweet. And I bought 5 more books just by donation. And then I sold those other books for like another $5. I ended up making like a profit. But then you know what happened?
Well,
One of the front reception ladies came up to me and she was like, "So you gotta stop doing that. Because these things are by donation. This stuff's going to charity, and you're basically
and
just
you're just like
robbing us.
selling these
And
books.
you're just selling these books for more than it's supposed
Bro
to
got
be."
caught
Yeah.
red-handed.
And I actually
Bro
felt
got
pretty
caught
bad, and
red-handed.
what I ended up doing, I ended up putting all the money, and I ended up donating it to the book stuff. So, but my point of all this is, if you're a high school student, you're watching this, all you need is 10 cents. If you're smart, you could get $20. Like you can spend a whole afternoon just trading to a pen to $1. People are probably gonna spare $1. Then if you get high enough, you could get like $10. You get window cleaning supplies. You go to different businesses. You're like, hey, can I do this for like $5? You could rack up like $30 in maybe a couple hours. Like it's not much, but like it's something. If you need some, you want to be able to go to Starbucks with the homies. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta start a side hustle, yo.
Side hustle. What would you do as your side? What would be your side hustle?
I don't know. Like, I guess what you're saying is a decent idea to like do on the side of your main job, but
We should try it.
I don't know.
Get to a
Maybe.
car. That could be your challenge.
Well, no, it's okay. So
You could buy
you
like a
know,
Corvette.
you know what I could do?
Penny the Corvette challenge.
I could. That's
I'll
a great idea.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah,
I would do that with you.
I will. I will buy a 6 Gen Z06 and I will rock that 6-speed
Penny
manual.
the Corvette would be an insane series. We could probably do it. I don't know how.
Yeah, it would take us like
Probably a month.
probably 5 years, but yeah, whatever.
No, it would take us
Anyways,
about a month.
you're
I
gonna
would.
go from a penny to a
No,
hundred
I would
thousand in
say
a month.
I would say we could do it in 3 months. A penny to what? To 10,000?
More like 80,000, but
Depends what Corvette you're getting.
well,
If you're getting an older Corvette, like,
if you're getting a Corvette from the 80s that's been beat up, you might be able to get it for like 4 grand.
well, I was thinking if we go for like a 15 grand budget, could probably find one. And that wouldn't be that hard to get from a
You
penny.
could find like an $8,000 like 80s Corvette on Marketplace.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
you
minor
could
with minor damage.
minor
Like
damage.
it would still
Maybe
run, but we
maybe
could.
just like cosmetic damage, but the engine
Yeah, that's
transmission
what I
is
was thinking.
fine. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
guys, coming soon.
Corvette side hustle, guys.
Corvette, yeah.
Stay tuned.
Review side, review series.
No, but oh man, it's like I would love to like own like a 3-car garage, and then have, you know, at my house I would have like my main car, and then at the garage I have like my project car, my race car, and then my off-roader.
You should
So
do
like
that.
it's like a pickup truck, go off-roading. I could like do some fun stuff
What's
with that.
stopping you?
I don't have life experience, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't actually have like I have a job, but I don't have like a ticket in anything. I actually have to get a red seal, then I can make a name for myself, then I can work for Porsche, make 6 figures a year, and then I'll get the garage with 3
Why would
extra
you work
cars.
for Porsche?
Because you'd be making bank. If you're a mechanic and you work for a dealership, you literally make 6 figures a year.
Six figures?
Mhm.
Like 6K?
Like 100,000 plus. 6 figures is in there's 6 digits in the total number. Like you'd be making 100,000+ a year. Have you never heard that expression? Or
Never understood it.
well,
It's like figures like Lego figures? No. Sure.
6 figures means that like if you write the number 100,000 down,
It makes sense now, yeah.
there's 6
I'm
individual
not stupid.
numbers. You are, but that's okay.
No.
I'm here to cure you and make you intelligent. So even though I can't do that for myself, so that's a complete lie. Dude, I don't know, because I think about the future a lot. Like at home, I'm just kind of chilling right now, but eventually I'm gonna be either on my own, with roommates, or maybe I'll get married in time where I can just buy a mortgage with my spouse, and then maybe pursue the automotive dream, and then whatever she
A lot of
wants
money.
to. You know what I have to do? I have to move to like
Wait, what?
what's wrong? Are you hearing
Dude,
things
put your
again?
ear to it. No, put your ear to it.
Why?
Come straight up. Dude, what?
Well, there's music playing, but it's very quiet.
No, because these are not on, this is on Bluetooth, so it's not coming from this. Is it coming off the vinyl? I think it straight up is. It literally is. I did not know that I did that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So what? You know what it must be then? It's like sound waves are in the vinyl.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, and then there's probably like a mic inside this thing. Like in
Well, I
there.
guess where else would the audio come from to be able to send out to the speakers? I don't know. I've never used like music,
Record players are sick,
or
man.
record player. That's what it's called. I've
Dude,
I've
look at
never
this.
used one.
All looks nice on the camera. Hold on. What if I just
I forgot what I was originally gonna
No,
say.
you were talking about side hustle.
No, we went over that. Oh yeah,
Six
so
figures, yeah.
yeah, so basically I have to like move out to freaking Manitoba, like just far east where housing is affordable. And then I just own like a small like a ranch or just like a small house with just a massive property, and then I have my 4 cars there. Like a long driveway, 1 or 2 garages, simple house, enough to, you
Right.
know, survive and maybe like have like a big living room. I don't know. It's like I just want to have a lot of cars, so I have the car that won't die on me, the one that's reliable, and then I have my track toy, the off-roader, and then the next
That's
project
sick,
car
actually.
that'll probably break down in the next week.
That's pretty sick. What's stopping you?
Life experience, age. Maybe I'll get there in my 30s. We'll see.
I feel like you live on a mountain.
Yeah.
Like I imagine like you on a mountain with your hot wife, obviously. The 3-door garage, 3 cars, and you take out your nice car, your nice Mazda RX-7. Okay, you're going out for a cruise. Probably said that wrong, didn't I?
No, it's that I was talking about a Corvette, and then you brought up a
Yeah,
bike,
so you
so
take your nice Corvette out,
there you go.
right? And you're on the top of the mountain. You live on the top of the mountain. You just rip that thing down the mountain.
Oh,
Okay,
of
you
course
got
I
you
would.
got you got like nice smooth pavement. The bends are perfect that your car's not gonna fly off.
Summer tires,
Summer tires,
proper like stiff
friggin' like it's
suspension, and it
convertible
was.
too, probably.
I
No,
don't
not
even.
convertible. It's not convertible, but the sun's shining. It's like sunset, like,
That I agree with.
and you're just ripping down the mountain. You got freaking
Playing some
um,
tunes.
you got like Mr. Blue Sky by Electric something orchestra playing in the background.
I don't even know what that song is, to be
Yes, you do.
honest. Okay, yeah, I do. Totally.
Yeah, you would know if I played it.
That's probably not far-fetched. Like
Yeah.
I've actually like late at
So,
night.
Jonathan, what do you think of Interstellar, by the way?
Blood is actively cutting me off as I'm trying to
Sorry,
prove
but
a point.
this is
Okay, I'll get to that in a sec. But I've literally stayed up late at night, like on like I don't know, summer vacation when I was in high school, and just like looked up songs that you've heard but don't know the name of. Found a video that showed me like 79 different songs. The sheer moment of realization when I was like, that's what this song is called, is like
dude, it's so true. That still happens.
it's it is an amazing feeling. Okay, so what were you saying? Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Interstellar. It was a really good movie. It was hard to follow because there was a lot of things happening. Thankfully, Cole has watched the movie 5 times, and he
Six now.
basically sorry,
Six now.
6 now because you watched it with me. So
No,
watch what
no, I watched it again.
on your own?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, no,
I,
no.
I
No,
honestly
it's six total.
I would believe
You
that.
wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So you watched it many times. So obviously you know the plot better than I do because
Well, very well.
you've
I
analyzed it a lot more.
understand it to a T. I have no confusion about the plot now.
So you don't have any theories left. You don't have any questions
Nope.
about the movie.
No, I do probably, but continue.
Yeah. So we basically had to pause the movie like every 10 minutes so Cole could fill me in on what was happening because I cannot pay attention to save my life.
Yeah.
But what I will say
Right.
is there are there were a lot of points in the film where I was just like and we talked about this in the second episode, like the time travel and everything like that, and how time is kind of relative. It's just it's so it's so hard for me to imagine
It's hard
a
for anyone
a
to
time
imagine.
like a a universe where time moves differently than on Earth. But what about just a timeless realm? Which is
Well, that's
which
kind of what
is
I was talking about. I mean, time was represented as a whole dimension itself.
but my problem with time is that, and this could just be because humans are limited to linear
Time.
time, which means it's always moving forward. You can't pause it, you can't go back, it's just always moving forward. However, even if you were to pause time, isn't time it like if you pause time and you do whatever, what happened in that pausing of time still happened, which means that in your mind, when you press pause, things happened that are in the past.
Yeah.
Even though you pause time, like no one else on Earth will
Right.
remember it
And then
except
to
for you.
resume when just to like then press resume and all of a sudden you've still experienced things in the past, but time has moved forward so much.
Well, it's not even that. It's time. Time would never record what happened when you pause time, but your mind will tell you that things happened when
Because
you
things did happen,
because
but
things
it
did
was still
happen.
recorded in time.
But so time um is not actually crap. I don't
Dude,
know.
my brain's actually exploding.
Okay, hold on,
You
hold on.
did it. Why would you do that? You made my brain
You
explode.
brought up the movie,
You
Cole.
friggin' brought up time as this is
That's what the whole movie is.
no, it's what's space. No,
Well, it's
okay.
space
Okay.
and time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Okay, what's your point? What's your point?
I'm trying
So
to
we do have to wrap up a little bit here. But
I'm
but but, but
trying to freaking say this in a proper manner. It's like so Time is not how the world is run, but rather how it's calculated.
Maybe time is not how the world. Well, I would say time makes things age, right? Like this thing has an age. As time moves forward, this thing ages more. We age more as time moves forward.
Mhm.
But as soon as there's opportunity for us to pause or to slow down time, as we saw in the movie, there becomes disruption. Like we'll still age, but at a different rate than maybe they would. And we'll still
Case.
go forward in a different way than they would, kind of thing.
So let's just quickly compare and contrast eternity versus time. So time is temporary. Time has past, beginning, past, present, and future.
Right.
Eternity is void of time, which means that there's no past, no present, no future.
Not necessarily.
But well, that's the idea, except with eternity, you'll still remember things that have happened, which means eternity still has a past to it.
Yeah, it does.
And with heaven as well, you know, heaven is eternity, which means that if you get to heaven, you live there for all of eternity. However, humans, like eternal humans in heaven, had a beginning because they lived their lives on earth. They got to heaven at some point in time, even though it's void of time. And even though heaven has no end, for humans it had a beginning. So does eternity still have some piece of crap? I cannot ask this question properly. Does eternity still copy some of the fundamentals of time to some extent?
I would say so. Yeah.
Because what
And
is
I don't
time at
know.
that point?
I don't know that. That's a tough one for me. The idea of living eternally sounds daunting. You would just eventually, because you just get bored.
Well, it sounds dull, except, you know, supposedly heaven is supposed to remove our nature of getting bored.
But then we're just robots. It's confusing, right? Like that's why, like,
Well, would you want to spend eternity on Earth?
well, we're gonna be spending eternity on a new Earth,
Right, but we won't be conscious of evil on the new Earth.
maybe. I mean, we would have experienced evil already. Like we'll have experienced evil. Maybe new humans know, but we will.
So
But and I don't think we're just gonna forget about that. Like,
so the a new heaven and a new earth will be a land for humans to explore, free of sin.
I would think so. Yeah.
So we want to have free will on the new earth because
We
that
still
would
will.
just
We would still.
wouldn't that just be a repeat of Adam and Eve?
But sin will be gone. There's nothing for us to choose.
Cole, the whole point of free will is that we have the decision to live against God's commands. If we
Right.
have free will, we're probably going to mess that up again.
No,
Like
but listen. The whole
my
reason we
brain's
did
falling
that,
apart.
the whole reason why we did that is because we had the enemy, because there was something feeding us other things. But we're not even gonna have other things to choose anymore because they're just gonna be gone. So we'll have free will to probably do things that we want to do, right? We can go and take a walk to the park. We could go eat food, things like that. But we're not really gonna necessarily have free will to like
To sin against God.
no, because it's not gonna be possible. It's just not gonna be possible at all.
That okay, that's fair. Yeah. I see that.
Like, that won't even be like it's like saying it's like going up to someone and be like, hey, you have three choices. You can eat the cookie, you can eat the banana, you can eat the apple. And they're like, oh no, I want to eat the orange. It's like, nope, that doesn't even exist. It's not even an option.
Mhm.
Right. Like sure, you have to be able to choose those things, but
But anything that would cause us to fall
yeah,
like Adam and Eve did
it's
is just wrong.
the whole plan of restoration is to restore back to what the Garden of Eden was.
Mhm.
Which is where God was like, you guys have this place, take care of it. I'll be here and enjoy, kind of thing. Like that's what I think is going to happen, and we'll be able to do that with God with us. There's not going to
Mhm.
be a separation anymore, which I think is going to be really cool.
So
But the eternal life part, it says eternal life in there, but I don't know that's exactly what. I feel like we think of eternal life as living forever, but I think it means something different. I don't know what, but I think there's something more spiritual about it than we realize. Because I don't know, like it would make sense that there is a kind of like a yeah we. At the same time, I don't know. I don't really know.
you're saying that at some point we can choose to cease to exist? Because that was
That was a good place.
The Good Place. Well,
No,
okay,
I know what you're talking about.
whatever. We kind of
But maybe, like, am I crazy to think that maybe there's a point where God's like, yeah, like, you know what, you've been doing this for a
you
while.
can walk through the door and just cease to
Yeah.
exist forever.
Because, I mean, like, what, like, at the end of the day, like, and I don't want to say that good place is getting it right, because there is nothing biblically that says that,
Mm-hmm.
but probably just because biblically it doesn't make sense for it to be in there. 'Cause that's not really something that
Or
God wants to tell
maybe
us.
man was never given specific details about all of heaven because we have an idea of what heaven is. The Bible is God's word written by man, which means God chose to allow us, like,
We do have to wrap up here.
I don't want to.
I know it's getting good too.
I don't know. We monkey brained our entire way through the episode. We got to some good heavy topics, and now we have to wrap up. I'm gonna actually cry.
Well,
Anyways,
next podcast we could do maybe an extended version of what is heaven, or what
okay.
like we could do some research. Do what is heaven? I don't know. What
You
do
know
you
what?
think?
That's actually
Maybe
good.
get some guests. Maybe
That's a
we'll
good
see.
point.
Maybe get
You
some
have
Bible scholars.
what do you want? You want
Mr. R. Big Rep.
you want to just get like two pastors from like
Yeah,
any church nearby to just join us?
Yeah, dude.
Be kind of awesome.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah,
bit of a dull one today, but that's okay.
A shorter episode and kind of dull.
We got to head out, but thanks for watching
hopefully,
nonetheless.
hopefully the next episode will be filled with more engaging topics because we talked about work, random things, and then as soon as we got to something, we have to go. Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you guys in the next episode. If you haven't checked out other episodes, please do. They're good. They're fun. As you can see, the setup's getting better. Hopefully next time we have a nicer mic. We'll have 2 mics now.
You buying another stand too?
We'll buy another stand. Yeah, maybe even a nicer camera. We'll see what happens. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yep.
All right. Peace out.
Here they go with this metronome, man. Oh my god. Yabbity boobity babba doo boop. Boo boop. A shooby dabba doo boop. Doo boop. A yabba dabba doo boop. Dooba doo boop. Babba doo boop. Doo boop. Yeah. Yabba dabba. Yabba da bop. Yabba dabba. What? Ooh.